Howdy there, guys, and welcome back to Edgar TV, where despite being away, as you can see, this time of year, as we get closer to the World Championship, the content here stops for no one. And today what we're going to do is going to look over the year and we're going to see who's been sort of the most economical players, how much a player has earned per leg. And we're going to focus purely on the world's top 16 at the moment. So, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a look at the top 5 players in terms of prize money won per leg. Some of these might surprise you, like the 5th place player being Peter Wright, someone who we think hasn't had the greatest of years, but he had £60,000 for finishing bottom of the Premier League. Didn't win any nights there, so no £10,000 bonuses. He got £25,000 at the World Championship and £287,000 across other tournaments, giving him a total earn of £372,000. Now what we've got to do is we've got to take the £372,000 and divide it across the legs that he has played this year. Most of them have been on TV. He's played 310 legs on the Players' Championship, the Pro Tours, 241 legs on the Europeans, and 716 legs on the TV events, totaling to 1,267 legs, meaning Peter Wright earns £293 per leg. Now, we expect that the Premier League players are going to be sort of the higher earners per leg due to the money that's available in the Premier League, but there is one player who has broken this top 5 who did not play in the Premier League, and there'll be no surprise or no prizes for guessing that that will be Luke Humphries based on what he's been winning in recent times. When we look at Luke Humphries and what he's achieved, he's picked up 3 major titles recently, playing 729 legs on the TV, 735 legs on the Pro Tour, and 431 legs on the European Tour, being the most busy player of the top 16 players, playing 1,925 legs of darts. That has earned Luke Humphries, on average, £358 per leg. Now, we jump from one of the players that's played the most amount of legs to someone who's been very economical with the amount of legs that they've been able to play, and that is our World Match Play champion, Nathan Aspinall. Nathan Aspinall did play in the Premier League. He got £85,000 for that, £25,000 for the Worlds, and then all other competitions equating to £315,500, which includes that World Match Play win. Total for Nathan Aspinall, £425,500. And when we take a look at how many legs he's only played 250 legs on the Players' Championships. We know he didn't make Minehead. 268 legs on the European Tour, but 727 legs on the TV. More legs on the TV than anywhere else combined this year for Nathan Aspinall. And when we put all those numbers together, that gives us a total of £362 per leg played this year for Nathan Aspinall. Not bad work if you can get it. But those top 2 places, of course they're going to be. They're the big one, the big titles. They're the ones that really boost up your prize money. Nearly £100 more when we take a look at this. And the second position, Michael van Gerwen. He won the Premier League, £305,000, was the World Championship runner-up, £200,000. £288,500 in all other competitions, giving him a total prize of £793,500. So, what have we got to divide that over? 399 Players' Championship legs, 322 European Championship legs, and 983 televised legs of darts for Michael van Gerwen. So, when we add all that together, 1,704 legs played, gives him a leg prize money of £465 per leg played. Again, not bad work if you can get it. You wouldn't mind taking half of that, would you, per leg of darts that you play? But he's not the top. The obvious top one is going to be the world number 1 and world champion, Michael Smith, who when we look at the prize money he's had, he's £125,000 in the Premier League because of the nights that he won as well, included on top of this. Them's £10,000 that he got. He won 4 nights in total, so £40,000 on top of his prize money for reaching the semi-final stage. He won the World Championship, which was £500,000, not bad. £186,000 in other tournaments, though, so it's not been the best of years, so this could have been a lot better for Michael Smith, but still £811,000 when you say it's not the best of years. It's good work if you can get it. 1,618 legs played, that is divided by 490 Players' Championships, 230 in the Europeans, and 898 TV legs. When we add all the numbers together, crunch them all up, that gives us an actual great darting number, 501. So Michael Smith gets £501 for every time he plays a leg of 501. Does that mean we can say Michael Smith is worth £1 a point? Not bad when you break it down like that, is it? Of having a flick through those other positions, where do the rest of the top 16 rank in terms of the prize money they've won per leg? Well, it's the 2 Welsh boys propping it up in the next positions, positions 6 and 7, Gerwen, Price and Johnny Clayton. Gerwen Price making £267 per leg, that is £165,000 from the Premier League, £50,000 from the Worlds, £287,000 from others, giving him over £500,000 in prize money when divided across the 1,877 legs, gives you the £267. Johnny Clayton in 7th position, £229 for him. The majority of his money, all in one hit, the Premier League, £105,000 for that, 50 for the Worlds, 249 all other competitions, giving him £404,000, which we divvy up across 1,758 legs, giving a nice total there of £229. And you can see how it starts to drop off now when we move away from those players that are in the Premier League and in those positions. So the next row of players you'll see here, in positions 8 to 11, didn't play in the Premier League this year, go under the £200 per leg. Dimitri Vandenberg, Dave Chisnall, Joe Cullen and James Wade, but still decent amounts there, with Wade in 11th position on 175. And from the top 16 players, no one really drops below the £100 per leg. And that's just because those regular TV appearances that the players in the top 16 will get in events such as the World Match Play, the World Grand Prix. We'd expect to see them in events such as the European Championship as well. So that's where they're going to really ramp it up, those sort of £10,000 for 17 legs of darts at the match play, for example. They're going to start totting those up. You'll see, propping up at the bottom here, Ross Smith, the lowest amount per leg, £127 per leg. Still not to be sniffed at there for Ross Smith, who has played 122 legs this year, but most of his legs have come on the Pro Tour, which is where you start losing that little bit of value in per leg sort of total. So that is what the players are earning for every leg they have played. Now, obviously, there's going to be lots of variation in this, and if certain events wouldn't have come through, when we look at Dimitri Vandenberg again, for example, we can see that the majority of his money has come from a combination of the Worlds and the Premier League. That's £180,000, where the rest of it has been 123. So next year he might even go down to under £100 a leg, as we're not going to be expecting to see him in the Premier League again coming up in this year, unless he goes and wins the World Championship or something along those lines. As well, we don't expect him to pick up that big cheque of £100,000 for reaching the latter stages, the semi-finals of the World Championship. So some interesting ones in there. If you have enjoyed this video, do go down and pop a like on it, because that tells me that you're enjoying it. It tells YouTube that you're enjoying this and that channel, and it might even make me go, do you know what? Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's not just look at the top 16. Let's have a look at what the rest of the players are earning per leg. If you want to see that, make sure you're hitting that like button down below. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you soon for some Edgar TV. And actually, subscribe even if you're not new. Just check it's red. If it's red, press it. Edgar TV.